Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
This week we're recording the show once again from the Marbella Palacio de Congresos, the exhibition centre, and there are people everywhere. It's wonderful to see, particularly as it's promoting luxury travel, and we certainly offer a lot of places of luxury here in Marbella, so do come and visit us. Got great guests coming in, also going out and about to celebrate the 10th anniversary of El Gaucho, and back to International Women's Day with Costa Women, and more. Let's get started.
Hey, hey.
It is lovely to be back at the Foreigners Department here at the Exhibition Centre in Marbella. There's an enormous event going on at the moment, Essence, and it's the big tour operators, luxury tour operators, come and see what we have to offer. Very exciting. Everything's exciting in Marbella. There is so much going on. Our first guest of today is our CIT Marbella Guest of the Week. CIT Marbella is a business networking association grouping over 500 companies covering 80 different professions, and they just really promote the people that are involved. And it's lovely to welcome each week one of the members, and today it is Teo from, is it MYT?
Yes.
MYT, why? Well, first of all, good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
Good morning. Thank you very much to invite me. I'm very glad to stay here.
Absolute pleasure to welcome you and meet more people from our community. What does the MYT stand for, if I may ask?
MYT, it's my agency, MYT Real Estate.
But why the letters MYT? Anything in particular?
Marbella and Teo.
I love it. Marbella y Teo. I mean, that's a very personal touch. The way you got the name from, it's a very real thing. This is you
Yes.
and Marbella, obviously a love for Marbella.
And I'm, my agency and we are in connecting with Miami, and it's Miami and Teo or Marbella and Teo. But the original name is Marbella, of course.
And the connection with Miami?
Yes, because
How did that come about?
My broker is from USA, and I'm traveling each 90 days to Miami.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
And you
yeah.
go directly from Malaga? How do you get there?
No, no, directly. Yes.
Yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet. Marbella, Madrid, and Madrid, Miami. And I'm looking for investors and buyers to invest here in La Costa del Sol.
To bring them from there over here.
Yes, directly.
I mean, for an American, I imagine this is just heaven. The ones that come over, like the rest of us, we love it. We have everything. It's so much. You can drink at all hours. You're not waiting till, you don't have to these time limits. You don't have to wait to be 21 to drink, and then it becomes this big thing of drinking. When you can drink, I don't see that anyone abuses really, because it's just there. It's only when you make things difficult. So that's exciting that you've got something quite different then to the majority of real estate people in Marbella.
Yes, I travel to the origin, I catch it, and take here.
And bring them back.
Yeah, and
Wow.
now, this year, I am starting to make the other directions. Take here investors, move to Miami, Tampa, Orlando, amazing city too. And then
Why are they so special? Why is it so special? For those of us who've never been,
Wow, Walt Disney.
give us your feedback. When you get there, what is that like? When we get to Marbella, we know what attracts us.
Walt
when
Disney
you get there,
and Walt Disney and Universal Studios. It's an amazing place to kids, for play, for enjoy, to kids and for fathers and parents and families. Yes, it's really amazing, Orlando, and very profitability.
What's the difference in the lifestyle of when the people in the States, in Miami, Tampa, and here in Marbella? What would you notice are the biggest lifestyle differences?
The philosophy, the politicians, the manners, the humor, the restaurants, the culture, the culinary rules. Everything is different.
Where are you from originally?
From Burgos, in the north of Spain.
Very nice.
Burgos is one of the oldest city in Spain. It's very, very cold area. Yeah, I changed. Very, very happy here, but it's very, very nice. With it's a middle-aged town, with people.
It's
with
classic
a
Spain, the way I see
big-
Burgos. It's like España clásica. It's classic
Yes,
Spain.
of course,
It's
of course. It's the
it's
middle
Spain,
age,
yeah.
middle age with the cathedral, with the walls, with the castle, and it's the people from Burgos are has a big heart, and if you have a friend from Burgos, you have a friend forever.
Well, we'll have to keep on your good side then. Yeah. So tell us a bit about the business here located in Marbella. Do you have offices here?
No, I'm completely online. I had 4 different offices, but I closed everyone, and I surf the wave of the online business.
I think we've all come to appreciate actually how beneficial working online can be and how unnecessary a lot of the expenses were. Like having someone sitting in an office hoping that someone's going to come by, when at the end of the day most of it is online and phone.
Yeah.
Or you're
I think-
going somewhere.
I think it's completely necessary. There are still people that needs one office. Okay, I respect them. But today, phone, internet, WhatsApp.
Yeah, and then you're going to meet the clients to show them different properties,
Yeah.
so you're very rarely in the office anyway.
Of course.
What kind of properties do you specialize in?
From 500,000 euros to more.
So you're really going for the more luxurious end of the market?
Yeah, no exclusivity luxury, but the focus is the Golden Visa. Golden Visa, it's from 500,000 euros to invest.
We're talking a lot lately about the different types of visas that people need to come to Spain. And for the English now, it's exactly the same as the Americans. It's very curious that we've become now on the same level of having to prove the same documentation, income, etc., etc.
Yeah, everything it's the same in this line.
Have you seen that there's more interest recently in the States for coming, or is it something you actually really work on and it's now taking off? How is it?
People from States are very, very interested in to retire here because, particularly in Miami, the level of life it's growing and growing up and growing and growing and growing, and then preview that their retirement will be better here than there.
They get more for their dollar.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Do you do rentals as well, or just sales?
Me, no.
So, which is, I think, is very good that you have a niche. You've chosen to specialize in what you do and only what you do, which I think is good when you know exactly a specific target market.
My specific product, it's obra nueva, reconstructions, okay? And this is my focus, offer this kind of properties to these kind of people.
And wonderful, and you get to go away like every 3 months, you're going on holiday basically.
Yeah.
But then when you come back again, you're also coming on holiday. When you live in Miami and Marbella, I kind of think that those of us who work, we all work, not all of us.
Sounds really good.
But it's a nice environment to do it in.
Yeah, sounds really good. And very romantic that when I travel to Miami, I work, hard work. Yes. I have a team, 34 people works with me, and my focus is new developments. But my team works with resales and every kind of products.
Do you notice that, for example, the Americans prefer one area to Marbella than another because Guadalmina is so different to the Alveria end? There are different nationalities based in each area. Do you feel there's tendencies that they are grouping like we Brits do, or the Swedes do? You all group in certain areas?
Nah, human people are gregarian, okay? But no specialist, no special.
Okay, good. So we're going to find our American cousins all over the place. That's what we like.
Yeah.
Theo, it's lovely to meet you. Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, CIT Marbella, for sending such interesting people. It's a great association, isn't it? The way that they promote the members, and they want everyone to share each other's information, and they give so much information.
Yeah.
They're so well connected with the government and all those administrative benefits that one can get, that if you've not heard of them or thought of contacting them, even little businesses and big businesses are part of CIT Marbella. Please do check them out. And do go to Teo's website. I love it. It was like MYT.
mytrealestate.com.
Realestate.com. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nicole.
My pleasure.
Pleasure.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hoganstown. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign. And we recommend everybody, nobody drives drinking, everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
You've been out of shape and you feel like you've missed it. You dropped out the race.
Zero Hero.
Welcome to Vigo Banús.
Zero Hero, welcome to Belmari.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new. Hey, hey.
On the 8th of March was International Women's Day, and for the 11th year in a row, Ali Meehan, founder and president of Costa Women, made it happen. It was a fabulous event once again, which started off at the Food Room in Guadalmina. Take a look.
Mariola, hola, hola. Yane. Hey, how are you, Sonia? That's all I can do. Okay, good, girl, really good to be here. Really good to be here.
Obviously, the pre-event for tomorrow, I'm really excited about tomorrow. We've got 150 women coming, which is incredible. This evening really is for you to meet the speakers. So we've got most of them here. We've got 2 that are on their way, but I thought we'd start because the food's ready. So, you know, precedence over the food. So, Fiona Catchpole, who you may remember. Fiona used to be our Facebook guru. She's now our menopause queen.
Genuinely, it's not funny. I actually make money from it.
There are actually a lot of similarities.
Most of the chocolate smell.
Hey, hey.
The food room event was the night before, the 7th of March, a lovely get-together and to meet some of the speakers. And then on the 8th of March, we all went along to the Andalusia Lab. Here's a snippet.
Цветочки разверни, цветочки в конце концов, да?
Your loved ones from arranging a funeral in a foreign country.
See, for a starter, please raise your hand. How many of you have been in a business meeting where you feel you are disconnected and you can already feel in the middle of it, it won't take you anywhere?
Ways to use your personal brand stories. Stories are incredibly powerful. You need to be speaking to her afterwards, okay? So if you have, and I know that they would love it if you messaged them and said, the light bulb moment that I had when you were on the stage, well, have I had it steady enough now? I don't want to spoil anymore. So.
I was just saying that I'm excited to be here in front of you, and my goal today is to share with you. And then the second question, how
You're on candid camera.
Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is.
Good evening and welcome. Marina, a few weeks ago we were talking about it and now it's actually happening. You're here at the Women's Day with Costa Women. Tell us a little bit about the morning.
Well, it's 8th of March, so of course it's a happy morning for all of us here, about 150 expat women, all in Andalusia Lab at the conference Make It Happen by Costa Women. It's 11th year. Ali, well done. Fantastic event, very well organized as always. And Elm Group Real Estate Academy is being launched here today, our very first day, and presenting our Selling Spanish Sunset course, online video course, and it's being extremely well received. We are absolutely delighted, and so many fantastic ladies being very curious about what the real estate market in Spain, and in particular on Costa del Sol in Marbella, looks like, the behind the scenes. And of course we talked in our presentation the 10 modules that we have and the additional products and services the Academy offers, and it's being very well received. So I'm very grateful to Ali, to Fiona who did the interview with me on stage as a presentation, and all the ladies that have really given us so much love and big welcome. So thank you very much. We're very happy that we launched here today our Elm Group Real Estate Academy.
You don't have to have a real estate license in Spain. That means that anybody who's got an engaging personality with your course could get into the real estate business, is that right?
Absolutely. Spain is one of those very few countries left around the globe that doesn't require you to have any kind of formal training or informal training or qualification certification. So there are some people that arrive Malaga airport, get into taxi and decide, you know what, I'm going to arrive at my rented apartment, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to greet all the other expats that are arriving and offer them to buy some property here around. And of course most of them don't know, the newly arrived ones don't know the laws, don't know the local market, don't know taxes, don't know all the things that of course the buyers really need to know. So this course, it's online. It's 10 video modules, 23 videos in total. It's got a very special launch price, 390 euros. The full price is 790 euros, but right now for 390 euros you're getting 10 modules on soft skills like the mindset, entrepreneurial mindset, and of course the hard skills like the mortgages, the taxes, the legalities of it. So in just 5 weeks, we recommend that you consume the course at 2 modules per week. So in just 5 weeks, you will know definitely enough, not academic, not theoretic stuff, but practical, hands-on, how to become a fantastic real estate agent in Spain. So I do hope you check it out at lmg.academy. And of course, for the candidates that have finished the course, all 10 modules will with self-assessment tests that we have per module. You will receive a diploma from us, a personalized diploma, and with that diploma we'll be very happy to meet for an interview, because we're always looking for great people to add to our team that have gone through training like this one.
Wow, sounds fabulous and unique and really filling a niche in the market. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What lights you up? What are you? What are the bits in your business you're passionate about? What are the bits in your business that frustrate you? It doesn't always have to be all happy, positive. It's getting in touch with somebody where they're at.
Is that being vulnerable?
The company does, or an electronic money institution. Currencies Direct have been established in different ways of doing that. Let's say, for example, you're selling a property and you're repatriating back to the United States, as an example. We can assist you after the notary, including we've recently introduced a currency card. Now this is like a normal debit card that you could to Costa Women for allowing us to be here today, and please feel free to come and ask any questions.
Thank you so much, Carol. Thanks for Currencies Direct being here as well, and more others.
Ali, congratulations, 11 years.
I know, don't look old enough, do I?
No, you don't. You really don't. And it's hard to believe that has gone by so quickly.
I know, it's really scary.
Do you remember the first event?
I do, because I did the first event with the Women's Network in Marbella, the Marbella Women. And the lady that was organising that she went to Qatar, and I said, is it okay if I take over your concept? And she said, absolutely fine. And that's where then we came here to Andalusia Lab, which is the best venue for a conference of this type.
None of us would even know, I think, this place existed if it wasn't for you.
I love it here, and I came here the other day just to make sure everything was organised, and it felt everybody's here, and I felt like coming home. They really welcome you here, and it's a fantastic concept. Yeah.
Well, you really play fair. You brought a lot of people here, brought a lot of awareness, and they're grateful, and that's nice.
It is nice, yeah, it is nice, and I think a lot of the collaborations that go on within Costa Women get that type of reception, which is really good.
How's it been for you this morning? Some great speakers.
Yeah, no, it's great that it's flowed. Once it starts, I'm okay. It's just the build up to it that's quite stressful. But once the day starts, that's it. You're going. It's like a wedding, isn't it? Once you start walking up the aisle, it's happening.
Is it still as exhausting as it was the first year? Do you manage to enjoy it a bit more as the years go by?
Yeah, probably a bit. Although I am getting older, Nicole.
I've got the energy to be stressed. Well, congratulations, Ali.
And thank you for being part of it. You've been part of it for the last 10 years, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, as soon as I got here in 2012, it was just like at the beginning when you were starting. And I got involved at the beginning. Why not? It's free. And you're part of it. We get you in. Our leader. Our leader, Ali Meehan, founder and president of Costa Women, who has made it happen. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nicole.
Amazing. Hello, Nicole.
Hello, my love. How are you?
What are you doing?
Zero Hero, welcome to the sister restaurant.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chai. tu gusto e fantasia.
Welcome to Sunday.
Here customers are welcome to Restaurant Alameda in Oval Urban Hotel in Marbella.
And now let's welcome Marlene Rose Shaw, who I met at the Costa Women Make It Happen event with a very interesting subject that she was talking about. Marlene, welcome to Marbella Now.
Hi Nicole, thank you so much for inviting me. It's brilliant to be here, I'm very excited.
Well, I'm very excited to have you, and I was going through your website looking at what you do, and it's commendable. I think we all need to have a Marlene Rose Shaw in our lives. In fact, your page, well, how would you say what you are? Because it's not like a coach or a life coach, but it's a positivity coach.
I'm a therapist. I'm a therapist, and I do coaching as well. So yeah, fundamentally, I'm a therapist. But as time's gone on, my career has evolved. I've sort of evolved into a more wider audience. So I have an online community now, as well as my one-to-one clients.
So what would you qualify therapy different to coaching? What would be that's difference?
I think therapists we're more psychologically trained. There was a time when people said therapists looked at your past and coaches looked at your future, but it's not so much like that these days. We all look at all of it because it all matters. You know, the past gives us sort of a clue to the blueprint of somebody's life, the beliefs and the thoughts and the way that they live by. But actually, I'm also very interested in, okay, well, we know why you do what you do, but what are we going to do about that? How are we going to make changes?
Well, I think it's funny because I don't necessarily think we are all aware of where we perhaps are following a pre-programmed pattern of things we learned as a child, or because we're all busy in life. And I wish more people would actually stop to just think about how they're feeling, what's going on, because when you do start to do it, which I did, you know, it makes a difference when you can actually catch yourself. And you had a quiz, which I thought was lovely, on your website to see if you were a people pleaser. I think there's a lot of people fall into this people pleasing thing, and my results were shocking. I had 70s, 80s, and a 90 up there, which apparently the higher it was, the worse it was. I think I'm a people pleaser.
Everybody's a people pleaser. Every single one of us is a people pleaser. You know, there's different reasons for that. There's a sort of a primal thing about wanting to stay in the tribe and not be cast out of the tribe, so we'll survive. And then there's the childhood thing from, you know, when we're as small children, we want to please our parents. We don't want to get told off, so we don't say no. We're always a good little girl or a good little boy. So that's part of, you know, why people please. And then, of course, we grow up, we go into relationships, and we want to. Sorry, I'm just getting very distracted there. Take a breath. Okay. So, you know, in our adult relationships, we just play out those same patterns.
It is the case, but as we are all people pleasers, or most of us are people pleasers, you've got a few narcissists thrown in there who really don't care about pleasing anyone. But if we take into the majority of us want to be liked, and we want people to help people when we can, some people do take it too far. So when it infringes on their own personal space, time, energy, mental health, well-being. Because if you're giving everything to others, what is left for oneself? How does one find the happy medium, the balance?
The balance, it's just such a good thing that you said that, because that's what I'm all about. I'm on a mission actually to help people to understand the difference between coming from fear and coming from love. Because when we people pleasing is something that people do often from a place of fear. They're worried about what will people think of me if I say this, if I say no, if I set a boundary. What will people do if I say I want to live my life this way? How will people judge me? But actually, my second book is called How Kind People Get Tough. And it's all about...
A second book? I like this. Carry on.
It's called How Kind People Get Tough. And it's all about helping people to find that balance and really understand what being assertive really means. Because being assertive is not about power and control and getting back at somebody. It's about looking at the bigger picture. And I talk quite a lot about the difference between misguided kindness and conscious kindness. When we have misguided kindness, we people please. We say, oh yes, I'll smooth it all over. I don't want to rock the boat. Or I'll just say yes to you because it's easier. When we have conscious kindness, what we do is we look at the much bigger picture of the fact that we're all here to learn and grow and evolve. And actually, sometimes that means we have to sort of have somebody say no to us or not have everything given to us. And so when we think of that, it makes it much easier for us to say to somebody, to set a boundary, and we can do that in such a loving, kind way. It makes our relationships amazing when we do that.
I think also if we're not, as they say, if you don't value yourself, no one else will. So if you're not valuing your own time and what you're offering and bringing to the table, then it's going to be taken for granted probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we tend to operate from the subconscious a lot. So I always say, teach people how to treat you. What we tend to do is we might say something, but actually we'll behave in a different way, and people read our behaviour. So if we, for example, if somebody's always late and we say, oh, that's all right, we're telling that person that that's okay. And it's not that we want to be negative with them, but actually we're giving them a message all the time. And so when they carry on being late, and then we get into this thing called resentment, which shows, then people are thinking, well, what's the problem? It's because we haven't spoken up and we haven't said, we haven't communicated.
Yeah, and I think that also is communicating before, hopefully, you get to that point of resentment that when you do communicate it comes up perhaps with more emphasis than was intended, because you're building things up, which tends to be the case.
I'm all about, I have this phrase I say to clients, get out ahead of it. Think about the boundaries. We don't wake up in the morning and think, oh, I wonder what boundaries I should have today. We wait until something goes wrong that we need to fix, and then we think about our boundaries. But actually, if we can get into the habit of noticing ourselves, noticing other people, how we interact, the things that bug us, the things that don't bug us, and actually think, well, obviously, this is my value. So, for example, one of my values is timekeeping. So
very different for you living in Andalusia then, because we are, as you get further south in Spain, mañana becomes like not tomorrow, it becomes not today, and then it means, well, not today, but I have no idea when. It just, there is no timekeeping down here, so I imagine that could be frustrating for you.
Have to have a bit of leeway with that.
Exactly, because that's a cultural difference.
It is, and that's fine, that's all cool. But when we understand our values, when we know ourselves really well, then we're much more able to get out ahead of it, to communicate to people the things that that bug us and the things that and let other things go. So it's just about really knowing yourself very well and communicating.
Yeah. On that note, though, I do feel sometimes, obviously, there's different things, and devil advocate. But sometimes because we feel something is upsetting us, it doesn't necessarily mean that is the be-all and end-all.
No.
Because maybe we're taking it out of proportion, and maybe you just need to move away from that person, or that is just how they are, and I'm upset about it, but what a silly thing to be upset about in the big scale of things, that someone's not on time, and I like it that way. I do think there's a little bit of both ways of
there is.
Of how we're reacting to things, and if we're reacting in the right measure.
Yes, absolutely, and it comes back to that knowing yourself really well and having great conversations. You know, you can say to a friend, you know, this thing is sort of, if I seem a bit moody, it's just I've got this thing about this thing, you know, and you can have a bit of a laugh about it, and you know, it just enhances your relationships to be able to really be your true self.
I do that myself a lot more. Thankfully, I talk to a lot of coaches and nice people like yourself, but recently there was someone who was always late. And it did get to the point where it was like, so you're really mad at me? I said, I'm not mad at you. I'm just frustrated because the rest of my day is just now shot. So I'm not mad at you because I do actually understand and empathize, and I do get it. It's just that now everything else I had planned, so it's that moment of frustration, but we spoke about it. Whereas perhaps previously in my life, I would have just kept it. But it was better to say it, as you say. And your first book?
My first book is called Out of Fear into Love, and it's all about limiting beliefs, and it covers 4 main limiting beliefs that we all tend to have, and how to let go of those limiting beliefs. There's different things we can do, and that book describes EFT tapping. I don't know if you've ever heard of EFT. And then how we can move into a space of self-love. So
the EFT, for those who haven't heard, it may sound quite silly to sit there tapping oneself, and I very rarely do it when the videos come up on Instagram or TikTok, and I look at the tapping. What is the benefit of tapping oneself?
EFT is, if you think about acupuncture, it's a little bit like acupuncture, but without the needles.
Okay, see, just even that comment's made a difference.
Right, and so EFT works on 2 levels. On one level, it finds the tension in your body. So, you know, if you're angry, you might feel it in your stomach, or if you're anxious, you might feel it in your chest. So it releases that. But the other thing it does, which is the bit I love, is it gets to the amygdala, which is the part of the brain that goes fight, flight, freeze, the panicky bit, and it just soothes the amygdala right down, so that you're able to sort of look at something and think, I can see it from a more practical, from an easier perspective now, a perspective that makes a lot more sense because you've let go of all that emotion.
So that's something as well as, like, say, breathing. If you realise you're getting a bit stressed, overwhelmed, stop, breathe. This would be another tactic, would be to start tapping certain points just to distract the brain and go into a different vibe.
It just switches off. It's like a circuit board. It just switches off the panic response. Yeah.
Okay, carry on. We've got one. What were the other 3?
So there's lots of different ways of reducing and limiting beliefs. One really fun way is if you say, I don't know, something like, I'm scared of dogs, for example. You might say, I'm scared of dogs because... You say, well, I'm scared of dogs because once upon a time a dog bit me, okay, and that made me cry. I'm scared of dogs because that made me cry, because. And so you keep going because, and writing that down. You get to the real root of the experience, and then you're able to look at it and see that actually it's probably not the big experience that you have. The story you've told yourself.
Because we do tell ourselves lots of stories, don't we? That is the fear. What is they say? False expectations appearing real. Fear.
Yes.
Because mostly that fearful thing doesn't happen.
No.
And so you're living in this state of fight or flight kind of thing, and then nothing's going to happen. We just somehow. Why do we do that?
Yeah, it gets trapped in the system. You know, when we have a trauma, it gets trapped in the body, and people, you know, sometimes they go to a chiropractor or a physio, and maybe they're sort of in their 40s or 50s, and it could be from some trauma they had when they were 5, and it's been stuck in their body the whole time, and you know, they can sort of move that energy and help them to release.
These people pleasers keeping everything to themselves.
Yeah. So I always say, imagine if all the world leaders weren't coming from a place of fear, if they weren't, you know, because it's the inner child that feels that fear within us. And when we can soothe that inner child and just be more loving to ourselves and come from an adult place, right, which comes back to this people pleasing and communicating, where we can come back from an adult place rather than the anxious child who's cross and worried and stressed. And I always say, if all the world leaders could actually soothe their inner child and actually communicate with each other from their adult, can you imagine what the world would be like?
Yes, it could be lovely. Even I heard something the other day with the discussion film about if women were the leaders, we wouldn't have the wars because we wouldn't be doing all this fighting. We'd find an easier way of working it out that it didn't involve all this. Before, when normally if we make a mistake or do something, we cut it out of the show. But I was so impressed before with Josefina talking in the background. There was a lot of noise going on. I'm kind of used to this and I was finding it distracting. And you said, oh my God, this is distracting. You centered yourself like that. And that's why I think I'm leaving it in.
Okay.
Because obviously you've got techniques in there that you found that you completely, this is distracting, I've completely gone, and you used a technique just to bring yourself right, okay, I've got this, and carry on again.
That's because I reminded myself that I'm not here for me. I'm not here for me. I'm here to help people. So it's more important for me to talk about the message that I have. And I just love what I do, Nicole.
Oh, I could tell.
I love it so much that it doesn't matter if there's a bit of noise there, just forget it.
I was saying, normally I would edit those things out, but it was actually, as we're chatting, and it was like, that's a great example of who you are and what you're trying to share with us. Things happen, but we don't have to react. If we get distracted, we can just recenter, refocus, grab it again. How can we get to see you? What would be the format if someone's like, I'd like to chat with Marlene? Because I think that's how it starts. That looks like someone I can chat with. Because that's really how I see that a session probably would you with going. Chatting, going through, seeing what it is maybe that's holding them back. Fear, people pleasing, not fulfilling one's potential, dreams.
That's what I help people with. And actually, they might come to me with a different issue, like a relationship problem or anxiety or something, but it generally comes back to that. So I offer a free 30-minute consultation because I like to get to know people. I want them to get to know me and make sure that we're a good fit, and if we're not, I can refer them somewhere else to one of my colleagues. But people can just come to my website. It's Marlene Rose Shaw.
I love the name, Marlene Rose Shaw.
Marlene Rose Shaw. I started that when I started writing books. I put my middle name in for
it's lovely, and it's a lovely name, and it lends itself to what you do. It's a very soft name, very inviting. You have a lovely vibe about you. It's very relaxing sitting here. I'm not going to finish the show. I just want to sit here and chat with you. But that is what it's all about. So I can share that in my personal experience, just chatting with Marlene these few minutes. I feel very relaxed, you've got a very trusting aura about you. As if there are things you would like to talk about, discuss, just see maybe whether you could benefit from getting some help with Marlene. If you got a half-an-hour free consultation, I would make the most of that offer if I were you. Marlene, thank you so much. I hope we will catch up again. I really enjoyed listening to you.
Thank you, Nicole.
My absolute pleasure.
It's been great to be here.
Yeah. Long live Costa women. Great women doing great things all together. For men as well. So it's not like, we're not leaving you out. Thank you, Marlene.
Hi, I'm Monica.
Hi, I'm Paula.
We are sisters and we are here to talk to you because we are the founders of Family Support Group. This is a company that began many years ago when our mom died. It was something horrible for us because nobody can help us. And in this moment, we decided that no one who faces a terrible illness can be in the same process like us.
So that was the reason that we created Family Support Group. And we bring you the doctors, caregivers, and nurses to your own house for help you.
Our mom wanted to be at home, and we had problems with the healthcare system in Spain because you must talk with a lot of doctors, you must try to investigate many things and many information, and we were absolutely alone.
We can bring you all the medical service to your house.
We want to be your family support group.
No one needs to pass away in a hospital or in a hospice. You can be in your own house with your family and with all the dignity and treatment that you do you need for your family? Call us. We are here for you.
Los maestros.
¿Qué más?
Muchas gracias.
¿Así? Sí. Sí, que se vea gaucho.
Porque estamos sacando
Hola, los 10 años aquí junto a María del Marbella Club, que siempre los llevamos en el corazón, el gaucho de Banús, 10 años y a por 10 años más.
¡A por ellos! ¡Viva! ¡Viva el gaucho! ¡Boludos!
¡Lo queremos! a toda la gente que ha venido a saludar al gaucho por su 10º aniversario. Les rogamos un momentito de su atención. Hola, hola, hola. Quiero dar las gracias, queremos dar las gracias como restaurante, como grupo. Y gracias a vos, Noé, porque no sería posible nada si no hubiese restaurado. Hoy se dedicó al vino, las mujeres.
¡Otra!
Muchas gracias. ¿Qué más voy a decir? Ya Humberto ha dicho, gracias a todos por estar aquí esta noche. Muchos se han ido, pero bueno, hemos puesto un horario para que todo el mundo pueda disfrutar. Y como él lo ha dicho ya, estamos aquí preparando, llevamos un mes, 2 meses diciendo el cumpleaños del gaucho, lo festejamos, no lo tenemos que festejar, son 10 años. Y aquí tenemos gente como Franci que ha abierto todo el día número 1, Alison. Veo gente que está hace 10 años con nosotros, gente que se incorpora y al final somos una familia enorme de clientes, de amigos, de familia, de medios, de gente que llega, gente que se va, gente que vuelve. Y eso es muy bonito, lo vivimos nosotros, es un estilo de vida ya gaucho, a pesar de que hemos abierto muchos restaurantes, unos que han triunfado, otros que no han triunfado, porque no todo es triunfos ni color de rosa. Entonces esto es un nuevo inicio. Esperamos estar 15 años más según contrato, a ver si lo logramos. Así que les esperamos. Y sin más, tenemos un chuletón de buey. Queríamos darlo todo, ya lo queríamos tirarlo así. Queríamos tirar todo, la casa por la ventana. Hemos traído el mejor espectáculo que hemos podido encontrar, que son los chicos que han hecho la primera inauguración también. Y las mejores carnes, los mejores vinos y todo para que ustedes lo disfruten. Muchas gracias a todos por venir.
Y al chuletón y la carne y al mejor vino que hay acá, que es Balduero, de la bodega Balduero, y el chuletón de una carne espectacular lo va a presentar Sebastián.
Una cosita nada más, que no menos importante que todo lo que hemos dicho, que nosotros estamos detrás de bambalinas también, especialmente yo que estoy en la administración, y la persona que está aquí, que lleva todo, primero haya estado 3 años, 4, casi 4, y Sebastián aquí es el gran protagonista, el que está aquí desde que se abre.
Muchas gracias, Noé, muchas gracias, Humberto. Bueno, para lo bueno y para lo malo esto. Que, mira, os quería presentar, lo primero es muchas gracias por venir todos. Y una de las cosas que nos han diferenciado y pienso que hemos evolucionado y hemos ido al resto de restaurantes es en coger y mantener la calidad y lo que es la denominación de origen en diferentes carnes. Y es un momento si es tan amable que va a venir, viene por aquí Cham, que hemos traído para este día un chuletón de vaca michota, de buey michota. Daros cuenta que el chuletón no es el porque es un hueso, es así.
Well, that's it for another week, nearly, because our lovely Bera is going to take you, as I said, for a stroll in a hidden gem area of Marbella that I think you'll love. I'm going off to visit a friend who's having a operation at Quiron, and I want to be with her. But thank you for joining us at the programme. You can watch recordings from the rtvmarbella.tv website, also from my website, nicoleking.es, with links to our Zero Hero website, offering free soft drinks to designated drivers in participating venues, and my weekly column, Marbella Moments, in the Euro Weekly News. And Good Morning Spain, our fabulous breakfast show on 7 TV Andalucía, to join you on Mondays, and also from the YouTube channel. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and be nice to Vera when she takes you on a stroll. Bye for now.
Hello, and thank you for joining me on this little walk in this beautiful little park.
You think I'm crazy, you think I'm crazy, but I love life. Don't
I think it's a great place where you can clear off your mind, do a little walk with your friends, or just sit and enjoy the nature.
Even though the wind may blow, send your thoughts some other way. Think the better days are still to come, so don't you drift and say, I say, I let the light on, I let the light on to get out of the dark. It's so much better to see where you are. Even though the wind may blow, send your thoughts some other way. Think the better days are still to come, so don't you drift and say, I say, if you feel lost, call my name, I'll be waiting for you. Put your coat on, hold my hand, time won't stop, no we gotta go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Even though the wind may blow, send your thoughts some other way. Think the better days are still to come, so don't you drift, I say.
Well, this was my first time doing something like this. I hope you enjoy it and see you next time.